Hi guys, so the second part is ready and it's up. I hope you have watched the first part, and if you haven't, the link is in the description down below. Please like, share and subscribe so that I can get a life.
We move on to the Kolkata Knight Riders. What's changed? There's a new coach, Brendan McCullum, who used to be their franchise players a few years ago. This is definitely an interesting pick. He has no coaching experience before this. The big additions to this side is the captaincy candidate of Owen Morgan, along with Pat Cummins, Varun Chakraborty and Tom Banton. KKR also picked up the likes of Rahul Tripathi, M. Siddharth, Chris Green, Praveen Tambe, Nikhil Nayak, but we suspect they're just there to fill up the numbers. Their strength continues to be an incredible overseas lineup. It is deep. Top batsmen in Owen Morgan, two top all-rounders in Sunil Narine and Andre Russell, and Pat Cummins and Lockie Ferguson are their premium pace bowlers. Only 4 can play. Andre Russell and Sunil Narine are proven match winners, and that's all we can say about them. Their weaknesses, and there are plenty. The batting lineup is not as explosive as one needs it to be. Dinesh Karthik, Shubman Gill, Nitesh Rana does not exactly scream championship contenders. The spin bowling too isn't very deep, with Sunil Narine in form, but Kuldeep Yadav has had a torrid 18 months in international cricket. What to expect from the KKR is a likely finish in the bottom half of the table. Incredible individual performances from Andre Russell, Sunil Narine, Shubman Gill and Dinesh Karthik will not be enough to get them over the line. Moving on to the Rajasthan Royals. A drastically different team with no Ajinkya Rahane, no Liam Livingstone or Krishnappa Gautam. They've brought in Robin Uthappa, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Tom Curran, David Miller, Akash Singh, Anuj Rawat and Aniruddha Ashok Joshi. Their strengths continue to be Steven Smith, Josh Butler, Robin Uthappa, Ben Stokes, Joff Raja, all headline players. It makes a very interesting core, with each being an extremely capable batsman. We move on to weaknesses. Once again, there is an extreme reliance on international players. Rajasthan Royals have a strikingly weak Indian contingent, with no player from the Indian contingent in the current T20 setup. This is extremely concerning. Their auction strategy was frankly strange. They have 4 recognized wicketkeepers, 3 of whom are going to make it to the starting lineup. They have 1 reliable all-rounder and no proven spinners. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't think they know what they were thinking. What to watch out for? It is possible that Rajasthan Royals pulls the Rajasthan Royals, an underrated squad that overperforms. It is unlikely, but one hopes. Everybody likes an underdog story. This team should finish in the bottom half of the table, if not right at the bottom.
Moving further north, we have the Delhi Capitals. For them, a lot of role players have been added, like the likes of Shimron Hetmyer, Ajinkya Rahane, Alex Carey, Jason Roy, Chris Wokes, Marcus Stoinis, Mohit Sharma, Tushar Deshpande and Lalit Yadav. Lots of these players should make it to the playing 11 regularly. Their strength is their batting lineup, with Prithvi Shaw, Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant, Shikhar Dhawan, Ajinkya Rahane, Jason Roy, Shimron Hetmyer. Well, basically they are a batting unit with every available trait. If you want an anchor, you have Shreyas Iyer and Ajinkya Rahane. If you want an explosion, you have Rishabh Pant and Jason Roy and Shimron Hetmyer. And then you have the experience and the explosiveness of local boy Shikhar Dhawan. This is truly a batting lineup that all bowling units must fear. The pace bowling units of Ishant Sharma, Kagiso Rabada, Chris Wokes, Mohit Sharma are more than competent. They have pace, they have wickets and the experience in this department. Also, the spin bowling of Ravichandran Ashwin will prove to be a handful as a spinner in the Middle East. Amit Mishra has a surprisingly terrific IPL record and Sandeep Lamichhane continues to be an exciting talent who is yet to prove it in the IPL. Their weaknesses are not so sure leadership. This was a huge problem last year. Despite having Ricky Ponting in the dugout, this is a team that has struggled to find a leader. Constant captaincy errors and a lack of self-belief has hurt this team. With the addition of veterans such as Ashwin, Rahane, Dhawan, this should change. The all-rounder department is also weak. Not a single reliable Indian all-rounder. Marcus Stoinis and Chris Wokes are handy but cannot be your primary all-rounders through the entire season, this team may struggle to find that one go-to middle order batsman that can give you your 2 to 4 overs. What to watch out is that this is a team that is on the rise. Every year since 2018, they have identified gaps and tried to fix them. This could very well turn out to be the coming out party for the Delhi Capitals. They should be able to make it to the playoff based just on the batting lineup of this team. Moving on to Kings 11 Punjab. What's changed for them? Everything. The team has let go of its long-term players as well as last year's captain. This team is truly in a state of rebuild. Anil Kumble is now in charge, which means that the team is serious about winning and creating a culture and not just participation. And they will really be looking forward to beating Virat Kohli's Bengaluru. Glenn Maxwell is back. Sheldon Cottrell, Chris Jordan, Ravi Bishnoi, Prabhsimran Singh, Deepak Hooda, Jimmy Neesham, Tejinder Dhillon, Ishan Porel are the new additions. Their strengths lie in their openers, KL Rahul and Chris Gayle. Ooh, shivers on the spine. Mandeep Singh, Karun Nair and Mayank Agarwal are reliable top-order batsmen. Glenn Maxwell should provide the depth of the batting lineup, and this is very top-heavy at the moment. Their weaknesses is that the bowling unit has only one recognized Indian pace bowler in Mohammad Shami. That's it. While there is Chris Jordan and Sheldon Cottrell, only one of them will be able to play. And that just isn't enough firepower. Their all-rounders are a huge problem too. Jimmy Neesham is good, but he will not be able to carry the team on his back. Once again, no recognized Indian all-rounder. What to watch out for in this team is that the spin department looks exciting. Despite no Ashwin, you have Majibur Rahman, Bishnoi and Gautam, and they're definitely going to be interesting. If they find form, this team could find themselves as playoff contenders. So that's it for the IPL teams. So, Ayan, who do you think is the underdog for this year?
Delhi Capitals and that's a tag that they deserve. They have a very strong lineup. They've never reached the finals. It's a team that I expect will do well this year simply because their management is a well-known management. The current owner actually also owns the Bengaluru FC ISL team, and they completely changed their fortunes over a period of 2 years. So I'm expecting the Delhi Capitals to be the dark horse.
I think me too. And who do you think will overperform this year?
In my opinion, the Chennai Super Kings. It's the first year that I don't think they start off as favorites. In fact, and this is a hot take, I don't think they are a sure shot top 4 finish. They would have to really push themselves to cross that line. But considering MSD and his retirement, he is going to push them over the line. But that is going to be overperforming for the potential there. Devila, what are you most excited about when it comes to this year's IPL?
Rohit Sharma batting again. He's my favorite, so definitely.
Interesting. Tell us what you are excited about in the comment section or on the social media handles that are coming everywhere. And do go out to Overperforming Underdogs, the podcast, which is available in the description. And we are going to talk about why the IPL is important to Kevin and I in an episode we're releasing later this week. If you're still here, thank you. And see you soon. See you soon. See you soon.
I think that's a good note to end on.
Available.
I don't look good side on. Side profile is not
You
so
could
good.
have
My face just started glowing.
pregnant.
Fuck, what am I doing, man?
Guys, the screen says ho gaya. Can I go home now, please?